Found out my best friend, a 25-year-old woman, has been using my pictures, a 26-year-old woman, to catfish a guy she's been talking to since 2015. This was posted in 2020. So 5 years. Man, I don't know where to go from here, so I thought I'd go to Reddit.
Good idea! On year 5, I opened Reddit.
On year 5, I discovered Reddit. My best friend, we'll call her Maggie, and I met our freshman year of college. We are now roommates and moved in together 2 years ago. In 2015, my best friend spent spring break a couple states away and matched with a guy on Tinder. When she came back to campus, she immediately told me about him and how amazing he was and how they only went out to dinner once. Edit, this was obviously a lie. But that they were talking 24/7. I got super excited and asked to see a pic. That was the only picture of him she's ever shown me. Over the past 5 years, he's literally been her whole world. She talks about him constantly. She always has her nose in her phone. She gets clingy when he takes too long to text back. She cried to me a few times because she's lurked on his social media and seen he was around other girls. My roommate doesn't have social media herself. I had asked her a few times why they have never met up again, and she said they're both too busy and don't have the money for the trip. I even told her that he could stay with us and that would save some money. He's sent presents and even flowers on Valentine's Day every year.
Whoa.
They've basically been dating this whole time. So yesterday, my roommate picked up a shift at work and was gone. I get a knock on our door and open it to a guy. He says hi, and I give a confused hi, and then he barges in and scoops me up into a hug.
I hope they
He starts saying, I thought you were working. I was hoping your roommate was here so I could surprise you when you got back. And I am so confused. I immediately get down and back away and let him know I have absolutely no clue what he's talking about. My brain can't even process what's happening. Then he looks confused and says, Maggie? And I'm like, no, that's my roommate. My roommate and I look nothing alike, so I'm even more confused. Then something kind of clicks and I think, oh my God, is this the guy she's been dating? So I say, wait, are you Adam? And he gives me a very slow yes. And I get excited and say, oh my God, I bet Maggie is going to flip out. I can't believe you're here. His demeanor completely changes. He asks me what I'm talking about. I'm Maggie? And I tell him, no, I'm Summer, Maggie's roommate. At this point, I'm still completely missing something he has just pieced together. He just says slowly, holy fuck, and looks like he doesn't know what to say. Eventually, he asks if he can sit down. I invite him in. He then proceeds to tell me for the past 5 years, he's thought he's been talking to me. Every picture he's ever seen of Maggie has actually been pictures of me. I'm completely dumbfounded, and we don't know what to say to each other at first.
And then they kiss. And they make out.
So he gets out his phone and shows me proof. He has tons of pictures of me saved on his phone. And went to their messages and showed me proof that she's been sending them to him. I felt and still feel completely sick to my stomach. I get out my phone and show him real pictures of her. I tell him maybe they could just talk when she gets off of work, and he's really pissed at this point. I say maybe we should call her first and let her know he's here. So I do that, and she starts flipping out, saying she's not coming home, tells him to leave and that she won't talk to him. He calls her and starts yelling at her over the phone. After everyone calms, she eventually comes home. He's hurt and accusing. She's crying. I'm sitting there awkwardly.
Dude.
She tells him that she's still the same person he's had feelings for, and he screams at her, no, I thought I was in love with your roommate. And that completely makes her break down, so I tell him maybe he should leave for the night and everyone should have their own space. He agrees, and after he leaves, she goes completely psychotic on me and starts throwing shit around the living room.
Ooh.
Tells me she hates me. I start crying. It's a mess. I left to stay with a friend and haven't been back, so I don't know what's gone down. I feel like I have no idea who the person I'm living with is, and I feel weirdly violated. Yeah. Do I move out? Do I try to call her? She hasn't even texted me. I don't know how to deal with this situation. So, thoughts?
This situation is feral and the best romance novel I've ever read.
Catfishing has to be one of the most fascinating things ever.
I think it goes so deep.
It is so fascinating to me, and especially when it goes on that long.
5 years. I cannot imagine that moment. Like this guy opening the door. Also, I wonder if he was cute. But like that is so jarring that she is literally an innocent bystander in this entire thing, but she's somehow at the heart of this roommate's problems.
Yeah. Meanwhile, cut to welcome to Dairy Queen. She's just at work.
Like, yeah, she's just chilling. Oof.
Would you say you were dating someone online who you never met in person, but you just really clicked in every kind of way, and the conversations were incredible and all this stuff, and then you met them and you found out that they were catfishing you? Is there any hope of it, of like you even trying to make it work?
It's like you guys are saying, it goes deep. Like, that is huge. That is you are lying about who you are.
That's 5 years.
Yeah.
Certainly 5 years, no.
It's so personal. I think it even goes back to like that person's relationship to lying and truth. Because some people, it will just like you're done. Like you can't do that.
Yeah,
Some
to me,
people,
it's lying.
no matter what, it's bad. It's just like each person, it just rips apart in their own unique way because it's just like such deception, like at you.
Yeah, and I don't know, like, we don't know if this roommate just used a picture. They could have been lying about other things. We don't know what they were honest about. Because, like, yeah, if it's just what they look like,
True.
it's like Love is Blind. Like, but it's not about what this person looks like. It's not that shallow. It's this person lied.
He didn't use her name. She
used her own name.
Yeah, she
and
used
just
her own
the
name
picture.
and everything.
Oh, good for her.
Said she had a
Just
roommate
photos.
named Mac.
You're right. She probably was lying about other things.
No, for sure. And I also, I get insecure about taking people's pictures. I get insecure when my friend at the same meal as mine, we're at the same meal, she takes a cuter picture of the food than I did, and I said, can you send me that so I can post it? I think I'm a liar because I didn't take that. Could you imagine?
Oh my
levels.
God. The levels.
Who do you think was more wronged in this situation, him or her? Because a part of me kind of thinks the friend, like, she used all her photos. Like, that's so insane. Like, she was in a way catfishing her friend, too.
I think he's the more.
You think he was more wrong?
I think so too.
Like, he lost 5 years of his life romantically, too.
Sucks.
Like, she, the girl whose pics were used, she can, like, of course, her mind's fucking blown, but she'll go away, like, having her own romantic life and her own job that didn't get, like, affected by
And it's
this.
not like this roommate was like, hey, Summer, do you have any, like, sexy nudie pics that I could just borrow for a second?
I hope to God she didn't.
Like, it's not like she had access to that. So it's not like it was like inappropriate pictures were used. It was just like regular pictures were used. She literally could have never known that this was happening. Meanwhile, this guy is building this bond with a person, like you said, like full on. Like but it sucks. She's dealing with the aftermath now. So she's being hurt in that way. Like that sucks.
Yeah, there's some comments here. I was the Adam in a situation like this. It was 3 years. You need to move out, get away from this Maggie. People like that are not okay. Don't put yourself through this anymore. I went no contact when it happened, effective immediately. My Maggie messed with me for years to come, and we were countries apart. Just get away and stay away. That's all I have to say.
But the time difference.
The time difference. Someone else said, holy shit, you need to get out of there ASAP. Even after catching her in this, she is telling you she hates you. She has some serious issues she needs to deal with.
Yeah, there's some envy
and you don't need to be
there.
around for that. There's an update. Do you want me to read the update? Yeah. Okay.
Hold on.
We have
Season
an update.
2.
We have an update. Season 2 of Maggie. Maggie's the king of the assholes right now.
Yes.
Update. Thank you guys for all your advice and comments. Many saying you've been in mine or Adam's position. It's made me feel better. I'm going to go ahead and just post an update because I don't think there will be more of an outcome than this. I ended up having a phone call with Adam, mostly because I wanted to know about pictures she sent. Turns out she sent pics of me in my underwear and nudes that aren't actually of me or her. So we're assuming she got those from Google. He feels really bad and is actually having a hard time with all of this. Really. I assured him I don't blame him at all for the underwear pics or anything like that. He ended up telling me that they actually have FaceTimed, but she would never show her face, only the top of her head hair, which is dyed a similar color to mine. Never thought anything of this. Now I think it might be really weird.
Okay, that's the most impressive part.
And
That's just so impressive to have a FaceTime and only show your forehead.
yeah, what the fuck? And her excuse was she felt like she looked bad on video, was self-conscious, didn't have makeup on, etc. He said he didn't think it was weird. I don't know. He also told me he's tried a ton of times to arrange visits to meet, and she's came up with excuses every time. Said that he's been mostly content to talk through text over the phone up until this point. Also said he's going to try to reach out to her one more time to talk about everything, but that he's moving on. As for me, I'm not sure I can break my lease yet, but I'm going to go ahead and move out and in with a friend until my lease is over. We briefly talked when I went to my apartment, and she sort of half apologized, but is still pretty hostile and defensive. So I'm going to give her space. I feel bad for her, but I don't think our friendship is going to survive this whole thing. Anyway, this has been some crazy shit, and I appreciate all of the responses I got. Y'all are awesome. Oh my God.
Well,
Holy shit.
Summer was really nice to Maggie, and I would not have been that nice to Maggie.
Oh,
I would have been like, we are not friends
Like,
anymore.
you suck. But she's being very empathetic. Is like, I feel bad for her. Like, clearly, this person, like, with the FaceTiming, the nudes thing is fucked up.
That's just.
That's
Can I say something so toxic?
yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. Would a part of you be flattered?
Chance,
Okay,
yes.
like think about, you must look good all the time if you're Summer or Mag. I forgot which
Summer.
one's which.
Summer's the one who's...
Summer's the perk.
Like, do you
Or no,
move
the OP.
on from 2 years from then and you do all the journaling and the therapy you can and then look back on it and be like, wow, someone thinks I'm gorgeous?
I'm sure that there's like a drive-by back of the head thought of that.
yeah.
I can't believe a half-assed apology and still being hostile. Summer was existing. She didn't even seek out Adam. Adam showed up literally to her doorstep and walked in and scooped her. Like, this all fell into her lap. How can you be mad at someone for being around? Maggie, I hope you're better now. I hope like that sucks.
That's tough. It is. Look,
really- that
it does have to be awful. Like the mindset you have to be in to do that.
For 5 years.
Rough.
Gosh, and to put you in that situation to talk to Adam, you know what I mean?
Every day.
My only thought on Adam though is I'm like, if you FaceTime with someone for 5 years and they never show their face,